Alright, so here we go. Section 4 is our last section we're learning about in this chapter. So if you see here, we're going to write some payroll checks. So we figured out how much money we owe the people, and now we're actually going to write some checks to the people. So there's two types of checks we're going to write. So the first one here, I'm going to highlight, we have the general account. So let's highlight that blue. So this would just be like our general checking account. All the times we've written checks, it's going to look just like this one here. So the general account. And then with payroll, because there's so many checks you're writing out, typically what you do is you write one general check for the total amount of payroll, and then you write it into a separate checking account that just issues payroll checks. So we have one check here, and you see the check $5.99, and this is just our general checking that we've used so far. Then we come down here, and we have two payroll. We'll do this one, this brown color here. And so the payroll account here is, we're just using the check account just to write checks to employees for their paycheck. So let's worry about this general check first. So this can look like just like we did in chapter 5 when we did some checks. So if you look on page 358 on step 1, that's going to give us all the information we need to fill out this check. And so we're on July 15th, and it is to the payroll account, and it is for payroll July 15th. And our balance brought forth, which I can look in the book, is $16,542. There's no amount deposited or anything like that, so I can bring my subtotal down. This is a pretty straightforward check here. No other expenses, so again, just bring the subtotal down. And then the amount of the check is $1,686. So this is all my payroll to all my employees all together. And so since I'm writing a check, I'm going to subtract. So I'll take 16,000 and change minus 1,600, and I should wind up with that number right there. And now I'm just going to actually write the check, so we know that it is July 15th, 2018. Don't worry about the format changes. It is written to payroll account, and we have an account number here. So, and the book gives it to us, and it is 0639583. And this is just the name, like the account number for our payroll. And so the book's always going to give this to you, so it's nothing to memorize there. The amount is $1,686. And if I spell this out here, 1,686 over 100, and it is for July 15th payroll. And then if you go and sign your name, there we go. So that's all there is to it. And I've written my check. So now, if you look on page 358, step 2 tells us to issue checks to individual people. And so this one looks slightly different here. You'll see that over here, this would be the actual check, and I'm going to give the check stub to the actual person this time too. So they get the check and the check stub, and over here we see we're telling them how much they earned, how much money we took out for taxes, and then how much they would net pay, and the net pay is what we write the check for. So over here, so it is period ending 7/15 of 18. And if we look here, this is for Judy Hensley, so we know we can get this information from the payroll register right here on Judy Henson. So right there. And so I can just go back and forth. And so I know the regular earnings, I just set it equal to regular earnings, and we'll go back and forth. So overtime earnings, $39. I can add that up, or I can click over there, and we'll just keep working down. So income tax is federal income tax. A lot of times we just abbreviate it as income tax. Come over here, $48. Social Security tax, so Medicare tax, health insurance, other, almost done here. So deductions, we add up all of our deductions. And then we figure out net pay. So Judy made $1,079. We take out $205.54 of deductions, and her paycheck is going to be $873.46. So now we just write the check out. So it is July 15th, 2018. The amount is $873.46. July 15th payroll. $873.46 over 100, and we're making this out to Judy Hensley. There we go. That's all there is to it. And now, of course, we got our other check to pay out. And so here we go. So we're just going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to skip this one to save you guys time, but in the on your own and the application problems, you'll need to do this one as well. So this one simply is written to Mike McCain, and we'll fill out the rest of this. And again, you're going to get all his information from the payroll register right there. And so if you've listened to this whole video, or all the videos here, the first person to email me, so first person to email me, we'll get 20 XP and 40 currency. And then anybody that emails me will get 10 XP and 20 currency points. So a little motivation for watching all these videos and having to listen to me.